Filipino CACAO coffee, secret for muscles and brain. Coffee that sharpens your mind and supports your legs. If you are over 60 and wondering how one simple morning change could help with both brain fog and those heavy, tired legs, you are in the right place. Meet Tablea, the pure Filipino cacao discs you can melt right into your morning coffee. In the next few minutes, I will show you exactly how this traditional secret can become your daily game changer for clearer thinking and stronger legs. Now, you might be thinking, another health trend? But here is why this is different. As a nutritionist who has spent over 15 years working with adults over 60, I have seen how the right morning ritual can transform not just energy levels, but actual physical strength and mental clarity. This is not about expensive supplements or complicated routines. It is about one small addition to something you are already doing, drinking your morning coffee. Now, I'm going to share 3 key things about Tablea that most people do not know. The second one is something that can actually help your legs feel less stiff when you wake up, and the third might surprise you because it works while you sleep. Let me start with the basics. Tablea are these small, coin-shaped discs made from 100% pure cacao. Think of them as chocolate in its most natural form before any sugar or milk gets added. Filipino families have been using tablea for generations, grinding cacao beans, fermenting them, roasting them, then pressing them into these convenient little discs. Now here is where it gets interesting for your health. Most cocoa powder you find in stores has been processed with alkali, what we call Dutched cocoa. This process makes it less bitter, but it also strips away many of the beneficial compounds called flavonols. Those sugary hot chocolate mixes? They are mostly sugar and artificial flavors with very little real cacao. Tablea is the opposite. It is as close to eating a cacao bean as you can get, which means you are getting all those powerful plant compounds that can actually help your circulation. And better circulation means better blood flow to your brain and your muscles. But before we dive in, tell me in the comments what city and country you're watching from. Plus, I have put together an ebook with 5 coffee tricks and preparations that can change your quality of life. Link in the first comment. Let us talk about what many of us experience as we get older. Maybe you have noticed that morning brain fog that takes a while to clear. Or perhaps your legs feel heavy and stiff when you first get up, making those stairs feel harder than they used to. You might find your energy dipping around 11 a.m., or you are forgetting names more often than you would like. These are not just part of getting older. They are often signs that your circulation is not what it used to be. Your heart is still strong, but the tiny blood vessels that feed your brain and muscles need a little extra support. This is where Tablea comes in, and it is much gentler and more natural than you might expect. The goal is not to promise you will feel 30 again. It is to help you feel more like yourself, with steadier energy, clearer thinking, and legs that feel ready to carry you through your day with confidence. Here's how this works, and I promise to keep it simple. Cacao contains natural compounds called flavonols. When you consume these flavonols, they help your blood vessels relax and widen slightly. It is like opening a garden hose that was partially kinked. Better flow means better delivery of oxygen and nutrients. For your brain, this improved blood flow can mean clearer thinking, better focus, and sharper memory. Many of my clients notice they can read for longer periods without feeling mentally tired, or they remember conversations better. For your muscles, better circulation means more fuel gets delivered to help them work efficiently. This does not mean Tablea will build muscle on its own, but it helps your muscles get what they need to function properly. Think of it as clearing the highway so the delivery trucks can get through. Cacao also contains magnesium, a mineral that many of us do not get enough of. Magnesium helps your muscles relax after they contract, which can reduce that morning stiffness and help you feel less rigid throughout the day. Now, here's something important. Cacao is not a protein source, so it will not rebuild your muscles by itself, but when you combine it with protein at breakfast, you are creating the perfect environment for your muscles to get both the building blocks they need and the circulation to deliver them effectively. Let me give you 2 simple ways to add Tablea to your morning routine. Method 1, the quick mocha. Start with about 5 grams of Tablea. That is roughly half of 1 small disc. You can grate it with a fine grater, or if you have a coffee grinder you do not mind getting chocolatey, pulse it a few times. Add this to your cup, then pour your hot coffee right over it. The key is that your coffee needs to be quite hot, around 180 to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Stir vigorously for about 30 seconds. If you have a small milk frother or even a fork, you can create a nice foam on top. Method 2. the traditional blend. This is closer to how Filipino families make it. Take your grated tablea and melt it in just a small amount of very hot water, about 2 tablespoons. Stir until it becomes a thick, dark liquid. Then add your regular coffee to this base. This method gives you a richer, more intense chocolate flavor. For taste adjustments, a pinch of cinnamon works wonderfully. Cinnamon actually helps with blood sugar balance, so it is a perfect partner for tablea. A drop of vanilla extract can soften any bitterness if you find the taste too intense at first. Here is what to avoid. Do not load it up with sugar or heavy creamers. These can spike your blood sugar and then cause it to crash later, leaving you more tired than when you started. The goal is steady energy, not a sugar rush. Start small and work your way up. Begin with 5 grams per day, which is about half a disc. After a week, if you are enjoying the taste and feeling good, you can increase to 10 grams, which is roughly 1 full disc. Timing matters. Have this in the morning with breakfast. If you are sensitive to caffeine, you have 2 options. Use half your normal amount of coffee or switch to decaffeinated coffee. The tablea itself contains a small amount of natural stimulant called theobromine, but it is much gentler than caffeine and provides steady energy without the jitters. If you want to maximize the benefits, here are some smart combinations. Adding collagen powder supports your joints and bones. A scoop of whey protein gives your muscles the building blocks they need. Some of my clients add a small amount of creatine if they are already using it for muscle support, and this does not interfere with the tablea at all. Let me be completely honest with you. Tablea alone will not build muscle or replace the need for protein and movement, but it can be a powerful part of a simple 3-step morning routine that many of my clients have found life-changing. Here's what I call the 1-2-3 morning plan. Step 1. Your tablea coffee for improved circulation and steady energy. Step 2. 20 to 25 grams of protein with breakfast. This could be 2 eggs, a cup of Greek yogurt, or protein smoothie. This gives your muscles the raw materials they need for repair and maintenance. Step 3. Just 3 to 5 minutes of gentle movement. 10 chair stands where you sit down and stand up from a chair without using your hands, followed by a 5-minute walk, even if it is just around your house or to the mailbox. What can you expect? In 4 to 8 weeks, many people notice they can climb stairs with less effort, they feel less stiff when they wake up, and their focus stays sharper throughout the morning. One of my clients, Anya, told me she stopped dreading her grocery shopping because her legs did not feel heavy by the time she reached the car. The brain benefits are often the first thing people notice, sometimes within just a few days. You might find yourself remembering names more easily, reading without having to reread the same sentence, or staying focused during conversations without your mind wandering. Many of my clients report that the mental fog that often hits around 11 a.m. either does not happen or is much lighter. They can work on projects, read books, or have meaningful conversations without feeling mentally exhausted. One important note: tablea works best when combined with good hydration and quality sleep. Make sure you are drinking enough water throughout the day and aiming for 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Think of tablea as one part of a healthy foundation, not a magic solution that works in isolation. Not all cacao products are created equal. When shopping for tablea, look for labels that say 100% cacao or pure tablea. Avoid anything labeled as drink mix or that lists sugar as one of the first ingredients. Quality matters because you want to make sure you're getting those beneficial flavonols. Look for brands that mention the origin of their cacao and ideally have some testing for heavy metals, which can sometimes be found in cacao products. Some reputable brands to look for include Malagos and Oro from the Philippines, though you can also find excellent tablea from artisanal producers. Many specialty coffee shops now carry authentic tablea, and you can certainly find it online. A good quality tablea should have a rich, complex smell, almost wine-like, and should be firm but not rock hard. If you cannot find tablea specifically, look for 100% cacao paste or cacao liquor, which are very similar products. Just make sure they contain no added sugar or other ingredients. Let me share the most common mistakes I see people make, so you can avoid them from the start. First, using regular sweetened cocoa powder and thinking it is the same thing. It is not. Most cocoa powders have been processed in ways that reduce the beneficial compounds, and many contain added sugar. Second, starting with too much tablea and finding it too bitter. Remember, this is pure cacao. It is naturally quite bitter. Start with just 5 grams and let your taste buds adjust over a week or two. Third, adding too much sweetener to make it palatable. This defeats the purpose by causing blood sugar spikes and crashes. If you must add sweetness, try a small amount of stevia or monk fruit, or let cinnamon and vanilla do the work. Fourth, expecting immediate dramatic results. This is not a stimulant or a pharmaceutical. The benefits build gradually as your circulation improves and your body adapts to the steady supply of beneficial compounds. Tablea is generally very safe, but there are a few things to keep in mind. If you are sensitive to caffeine or stimulants, start with a smaller amount of coffee when you add Tablea, since it does contain natural compounds that can be mildly stimulating. If you have acid reflux or stomach sensitivity, try starting with an even smaller amount and see how you feel. Some people find that having it with food rather than on an empty stomach helps. If you have any heart conditions or take medications that affect blood pressure or circulation, it is worth mentioning to your doctor that you are adding cacao to your routine. While it is generally beneficial for circulation, it is always wise to keep your healthcare provider in the loop. Those with diabetes should monitor their blood sugar, though pure cacao typically has a minimal impact on blood glucose levels. Here is a simple way to test this for yourself. I call it the 7-Day Tablea Challenge, and it is designed to help you notice the real effects without any placebo effect confusion. Days 1 and 2. Start with 5 grams of Tablea in your morning coffee. Before you drink it, rate your mental clarity on a scale of 1 to 10 and note how your legs feel. Then, about 2 hours later, rate these again. Write it down. Days 3 through 7. If you are tolerating it well, increase to 7 to 10 grams. Add 20 to 25 grams of protein to your breakfast if you're not already doing so. Continue tracking your mental clarity and how your legs feel. Pay attention to: do you feel more alert without being jittery? Are you less likely to forget where you put things? Do your legs feel less heavy when you walk upstairs or get up from sitting? The beauty of Tablea is its simplicity. You are not adding a complicated supplement routine or expensive equipment to your life. You are simply enhancing something you already do, drinking your morning coffee, with something that has supported health and vitality for generations. This is not about chasing youth or fighting aging. It is about feeling strong, clear, and confident in your body as it is today. It is about having the energy to do the things you love and the mental clarity to enjoy meaningful conversations and activities. Remember, small changes can lead to significant improvements in how you feel day to day. Many of my clients tell me that adding Tablea to their routine was the gentle push that led to other positive changes. Drinking more water, taking short walks, eating more protein. Sometimes one small step creates momentum for a healthier, more vibrant lifestyle overall. So here is what I would love to know. Are you going to try the 7-Day Challenge? And if you do, will you come back and tell me whether you noticed clearer thinking or less heavy legs? What Tablea brand did you find in your area? I read every comment, and I will respond to the first ones that come in. If this information was helpful, consider subscribing for more practical health tips designed specifically for adults over 60. And if you know someone who struggles with morning brain fog or tired legs, this video might be exactly what they need to hear. Until next time, here is to feeling strong, thinking clearly, and enjoying every sip of your morning coffee. Remember, if you want, I will make available our complete guide for seniors on supplements and health products that can change your quality of life. Link in the first comment with a limited time offer.